Welcome back, one of the smoothest cats out there, Jahnathan Nerette. How are you, brother? I'm good, man. Excited to have you. It's a beautiful day. And like I said, we've been looking forward to this episode, the return of you. Like I said, episode 40 is one of my top 3 episodes out of the whole 63, or 62, I'm sorry, that we've done. So let's get into this album talk, man.
Yeah.
Forever.
New album Forever just released Saturday, May 13th.
Okay.
This is my 3rd studio album, and I think it's the album closest to my heart. You know, I really feel as though I revealed myself completely on this album.
Okay. And is that why you called it Forever? Because it's an everlasting piece that will forever represent you? Or
Yeah.
what went behind the name of Forever?
No, 100%. One of the things I said in the intro track was I'm forever in that mind state where I'm fighting to be noticed, or, you know, fighting to be recognized for my work. And that's basically, you know, what gave me the name or the idea. You know, so those are like the emotions that I go through on the daily, you know, being in the career that I am in.
Right. So that's a really big topic. Well, what drives you? You know what I mean? As far as like, what are your main like what's your tactics to staying you? You know what I mean? Because it's easy to get caught up in everything, but
Right.
how do you stay true to your sound? You know what I mean? Because like I said, actually in the last episode, you know, which I may reference a few times today, but you know, your sound is very unique, and we don't have people like you on this show because it's hard to find people like you. You know what I mean? So tell us, like, how do you stay, you know, unique in your sound?
Well, I think it's a little easy for me because I'm very passionate about it. You know, I really believe in this music, and it's just something that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else, you know. And just listening to a lot of music, you know, just listening to people, you know, just I get my inspiration from all those things.
So you take the inspiration, but you tweak it into your own,
Definitely.
you know, which is what I definitely like. I can't really, I mean, when I hear you, I hear a fusion of a lot of different things. So I can't cue you as you sounding like anybody. You know, you sound like you. You know what I mean? So let's get into Heartbeat.
That's the intro track I was just talking about.
Okay, and one more time, you said what went behind the intro track?
Well, I mean, in the intro I'm speaking, but it's basically telling you what the album is about and, you know, what I was feeling at the time.
Okay, so let's get into this Heartbeat, and we got more coming too, so get to this up right here.
Shout out to the people that inspired me. So like the funk sounds, like shouting out James Brown, of the reggae riffs, you know, shouting out all the Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Yellow Man, all the people who inspired me. So sonically, that's what it's about. You know, those will forever be my idols and forever be the ones who set the foundation for me to want to do music. So that's what the production is about. And it's the message. I'm forever in that mind state where it's just like I'm fighting to be noticed, or I'm fighting to be, you know, recognized for my work. So like equal opportunity is like, don't make it too easy, it just has to be fair. And then in Soul Cry, I'm talking about, you know, I'm gonna be up top one day, just wait on me.
Alright, so that was Heartbeat, just the intro to the album, and there, you just confirmed it. That's pretty much it, you just confirmed it, man. So you spoke about, who was it that you were speaking about in there? You said
James Brown, Yellow Man, Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, but really it's just, there's a whole lot, you know, like I couldn't even, we'd be here for days and days.
So
but that's
I mean,
another thing that keeps me going, just listening to different, you know, sounds and just, you know, learning there's more to music than what we hear every day.
right.
You know, just constantly learn, constantly study.
So I would ask. It's funny you said you brought up recent. I love how, man, when me and you talk, it's almost like we lead into each other's, like into our next topics. I would say, like, who who are the new cats that you like listen to as far as in this genre? You know what I mean? You named Dennis Brown. Yeah, you said Dennis Brown, James Brown, and then Bob Marley. Those are three that they stick out no matter who who you're speaking to. I got a lot of Dennis Brown that I love.
Yeah.
Who would you like? Who do you like now? You know, we spoke about Chronics earlier.
Yeah, I like Chronics. I mean, I listen to everything, you know, but some of the ones that stick out the most to me are like Chance the Rapper. I like Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like maybe because you're from the South? They're really big on him, like down
Yeah.
more south. The more south you go, the more big they are in Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? But
Definitely because I'm from the South as well, but I can feel his spirit in the music. As long as I can feel you through the music, I listen to you.
You can relate, then that's lit. Mm-hmm.
I don't judge the music, you know.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into Let Me Go. What went behind Let Me Go?
Let Me Go. I was a little angry. I was like letting out, my emotions on like all those people that looked down on me for years, and like the people who are in a higher position than I am when I reached out and asked for some help. And
the people that we reach out to, right?
Yeah. So that's the thing behind that song. It's also one of my favorite songs on it.
Let Me Go. Who'd you make that with?
I made it.
You made everything.
Yeah.
You produced it. You mastered it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, is that the whole album?
Yeah.
All produced and mastered by you?
Yeah, except for one track, I had guitar help by Justin Hosang.
Okay.
This is on Take You to a Place.
Okay.
Piano.
We got a star next to that one, so that's a major one. Just so you guys know, you guys can catch this album on iTunes. I'm actually just streaming this right off of iTunes right now. I have the file, but I'm streaming it off of iTunes, and you could do it too. It's Forever by Jahnathan Nerette. His name is tagged in this post on Facebook, but for those listening, it's JAHNATHAN NERETTE. That's Jahnathan Nerette, and this is Let Me Go, right here on Supreme Radio, baby. You're hearing it first.
Yo, how long do you plan on having me down here? Yo. Hey, I'm talking to you, man.
Let me go, I'm the star with the show. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, unshake my feet, let me start off the show. Watch them go. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, hey. Let me go, I'm the star of the show. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, unshake my feet, let me start up the show. Watch them go. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go. Give me one beat and a mic. Kill 3 shows back to back all in one night. And it's alive, yeah, I might be. Yeah, you're kinda good, but you don't do it like me. Strictly naughty blue when we cocky suit. Camouflage green pants on me, army boots. Ready for anything that may come my way. I stand firm, stand strong, stand true, same word. Blah, 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 blah. They keep talking. All I hear is the same thing every day. You sound like him, he sounds like you, what a shame. I don't know, hey. Let me go. So I can tear up your stereo. Hey. Let me go, I'm the star of the show. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, unshake my feet, let me start off the show. Watch them go. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, hey. Let me go, I'm the star of the show. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go, unshake my feet, let me start up the show. Watch them go. Hello, you wanna put me on hold? Let me go. Bossman, why you don't wanna see me shine? See how the girl let my move them waistline. Baby, I'm a star like the sun of a rise. Bring out the drums and the groovy bass line. The 1, 2, the 1, 2. Need the groove, I will be the one to give it to you. Need the blues, I will be the one to give it to you. The island twist with the hip hop, I can do that too. Yes, you can get it, I can give it to you too. Killing with the sound, that is what we do. Ooh, killing on that song, boy. let me go, unchain my feet, let me start up the show. Watch them go, how long? You wanna put me on hold? Let me go, hey. Let me go, I'm the star of the show. How long? You wanna put me on hold? Let me go, unchain my feet, let me start up the show. Watch them go, how long? You wanna put me on hold? Let me go.
Wow. And that one was Let Me Go by Jahnathan Nerette. Okay. I love the production on that. The trumpet with the bass playing and just you just complimenting everything. It sounds great, man.
Thank you.
That was like a very even though you said you were kind of angry, right? About
A little. I was just letting out my emotions.
I kind of feel very empowered with that song though. Very, it's kind of more.
It was inspiring.
Yeah, very.
I don't let the negative criticism get me down. I use that and use it in my music.
Yeah, it sounds like the criticism is almost like the chains on your feet that you're referencing in the song, and it sounds like you just want to be expressive and you just don't want to be kind of contained. It's very positive, and I see it that way.
I hear. At the same time, I hear what you were talking about. Is talking to your boss. You know what I mean? The boss is the people that have the control. You know what I mean? It's I'm the star of the show. Let me go. It's my turn. Yeah. And it's something you were talking about. One of the messages behind this album, right? Yeah. So what are the messages behind this album?
Basically, I'm just telling the young people, to break away from that mentality of, needing somebody to, put out your music or put out your art. Or, we can be our own boss. We have the power. We don't need them anymore. Mm-hmm. We have social media now. We have, all this technology where we can do it ourselves. Mm-hmm. So
absolutely.
It's that slave mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want us to break away from it and be independent, be sovereign.
Yeah, so that's definitely a great message behind the album. I can already feel that with the intro into this. Yeah. And the next song is
Equal Opportunity, featuring Dre Lorenz. I don't know if you remember last time.
Of course, yep.
Yeah, Dre he's about to drop his project also next month on the 7th called Tropical Trap. Make sure you look out for that.
Yeah, I seen the cover art for that. It looks dope, and I remember you mentioning it the last show. Yeah. Right, so he produced this.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Equal Opportunity. This is where I almost got my face chomped off by Little Brownie, little Melatonin's little pup. But great song though, great song to do that too.
Go watch that video.
Go watch that video on Instagram. But this is a great song, Equal Opportunity by Jahnathan Nerette.
This song also has a similar message.
Okay. Yeah, you heard it first. Episode 63 or Supreme. Let's go.
Too damn hard.
I really wanna live a better lifestyle, house on the hill, living big in the crib. No more struggling, no more hustling, equal opportunity, never gonna be suffering. They look at my skin and they find it real puzzling. How this black man came way from the bottom. I never used to have $1 in my pocket. We went from the slave ships, then picking cotton. Hundreds of years later, now we turning into scholars, own everything. I got a couple businesses, I can buy anything, get the whole dealership, flashy rich. You could call me arrogant, they say be humble, but I ain't trying to hit it. I had to take a risk just to be here, kick down the door just to get my shit. You made it real hard, but I'm winning this year.
Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Man, I work too hard now. For a little piece of chump change. Just to get shut down. Sorry you can't eat this way. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. I got a family to feed, about 5 miles to feed. Been working 10 long years, but I can't seem to reap the seed. Everything I do seems to get overlooked. I give it all I got, still seems not to be enough. A true diamond in the rough, smooth coming out my mouth, Give me a beat, I'll dance, Black in a country that hates the man who builds what they see today. Oh man, I can't take it no more, man. Give me the
like, excuse me, sir. Shut up. What are you doing?
Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Man, I work too hard now. For a piece of chop change. Just to get shut down. Some of you can't eat this way. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. I won't stop till I get it. I'll fight with all my life. If we don't unite now, it won't change. As long as you use the same method, things won't change. So get up, unite, and fight for your rights. We are one people, one race. When will you understand? No man is an island. No man stands alone. No one man sits on a throne. Give love to receive it. Let's make a change today for all of the children around the way. Carry love in your heart, though they bring you down. Get up and keep moving. Word, power, and sound. Yeah. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share. Man, I work too hard now. For a little piece of chop change. Just to get shut down. Some of you can't eat this way. Don't make it too easy. It just gotta be fair. I want equal opportunity. I want a piece of the share.
Oh yeah, so that was Equal Opportunity by my man Jahnathan Nerette. For anybody just tuning in, today's special guest is Jahnathan Nerette. Came all the way from Miami, Florida. How was your plane ride and everything?
I slept through it, so.
Everything.
First.
I like that airport. Shouts out to Cornelia, our Uber driver we got over there. Nah, but equal opportunity. I want you to just talk a little bit more. You said it had a similar message to to Let Me Go.
Yeah.
But is there anything else that inspired this track? Like, is there any story behind that track?
Well, the whole feel was inspired by like the whole Motown kind of sound. It's like Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and all of them. So that's what inspired like the sound of it. And the message was, again, I'm going at the people who are in a higher position. You know, I don't think they're treating us fairly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm saying I want a piece of the share because I work hard. You know, I work super hard, and it's like they don't want to cut a piece of the pie, and that's what it was about.
It's funny. Like, I was watching The Get Down,
Yeah.
and I'm like onto like maybe 4 or 5 of the new season, and that's one of the major messages from that. It was one of the main characters. He's really smart, you know what I mean. He's got he's got potential to change his whole community, and he's like the face of the youth in his community. Well, the young teens, from the Bronx at a time where those you don't come across a lot of. He was a Puerto Rican kid, and Puerto Rican and black, and you don't come across a lot of people like that in those situations that they're in. You know what I mean? It's hard for somebody to have that kind of mindset. It takes a lot of parenting to get a child like that, or just a natural gift. You know what I mean? But anyway, he ends up getting there. Getting to where he wants to be as far as school goes, and he's at Yale, I believe, and they're pretty much being mad racist, and he basically didn't have the equal opportunity that you're singing about in that song. You know what I mean? So, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. We just want equal opportunities for everybody. So shout out to Jahnathan for that. And we got Trust Me.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Trust Me is actually the first. It's interesting. It's actually the first song that I learned to play on the guitar. Like I was learning my chords, and this was the first song I ever composed by myself on the guitar. But I'm just releasing it now because now I think I kind of mastered it. You know, and
So it's been how long since you've been sitting on that?
maybe 4 years, 5 years.
Wow, so 4 or 5 years in the making of this song.
Yeah.
Finally released.
Yeah.
That's huge.
For it to forever be in the clouds.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For
No,
real.
and so this was like one of the first songs like you just tried to like teach yourself the guitar too.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. And how did
So
you?
that's why it's so simple. The chord progressions are really simple, and a lot of the acoustic records on this album are really simple.
And you did, and you produced everything.
Yes.
Wow. So, wow. Like I want to ask you about that. Like, how did you come across just like wanting to produce your whole album? What made you want to go your own independent route?
Well, what we were talking about, they don't want to cut me a piece of the
There you
pie,
go.
so you gotta, stop crying about it and do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I produce every album that I put out and every piece of music that I put out, I've produced.
Which nobody knows. Nobody knows that. People need to understand how much work this guy does and puts in. Like, that's it. No, we're only asking for equal opportunity here, so we can shine. But you're shining, man, for like either way. And I'm really excited to hear this next track. Trust me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you think that I'm talking about a girl in it, but really, again, it's speaking to the music industry. I'm looking for acceptance. I think we're all looking for acceptance, and I think that's what it means to me. I'm talking to them.
looking to get accepted and just not
Yeah.
judged, basically. Okay. And Trust Me, where does the name come from?
I just named it after hearing the song.
Okay.
Like, trust me, I'm the one. I can do it.
So this is a very genuine song from back in the day that Jahnathan has finally constructed and put together for a complete song. So let's do it. Trust Me by Jahnathan Nerette. Let's go.
Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find a light. Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find a light. Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely. I don't wanna know. Baby, you know how I feel when you say the words baby, I wanna feel your soul, oh so powerful. I wanna be the one you choose. Oh, I can't wait no more. Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find a light. Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find a light. Say you want me, I don't wanna feel so lonely. I don't wanna know. When you're alone and the world is cold, I'll be there to make it warm. I'll hold you tight, make you feel alright. So when times get tough, you won't give up the fight. So take my hand and never let it go. I'll be the one you choose. Oh, you can have my soul. Say Say you want me. I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find the light. Say you want me. I don't wanna feel so lonely anymore. There's a time when your heart can't find the light. Say you want me. I don't wanna feel so lonely. I don't wanna, no. Say you want me. I don't wanna feel so lonely. I don't wanna.
So wow, all right, that was very like deep, man. I was over there just got my eyes closed, and I'm like, man, this song is hitting me right now. I like that.
Okay.
I really like, I can appreciate everything about it because you told me how long you've been making it, and now it's here. It sounds really sweet, man.
Thank you.
It's dope, man. So I want to ask you, like, well, it's been a while since we've seen you. It's been about 6 months, and like, what have you been up to? Like, have you done a lot? Have you been on a lot more touring as far as like going around the country, or have you really done more local stuff?
No, I've actually been kind of taking like a long break
Nice.
to learn, and study music more, because I've found that really what sparked it was the trip to London. I went to London and I saw all these musicians, playing a whole bunch of instruments. They could sing, they could play the keyboard, they could play the guitar and dance, all this. And I'm just like, all I have to offer is just, the singing and the guitar. And they'd come up to me and like praise me, but really I'm praising them because they're the ones who are really inspiring. So I went back to America and I thought to myself, I don't know it all. So it's time to sit down, and there's so much more to learn. So I've been learning my instruments, been learning more about the music business, being independent. I just started a company last month, so I'm just learning right now, just learning.
And that's the Roots. That's your brand, right?
Yeah,
Roots
Roots
Evolution.
Evolution.
And you finally made it a company.
Yeah, now it's official, finally.
Finally, nice. So with that, like, what can you say about the brand now that it's official? Is it just you? Is it like a collective? Is it maybe just music? Is it everything? Clothing too?
I mean, right now it's music and film company.
Okay.
It is a collective because we always work as a team, me and Dre. Yeah, I mean it's still the same. We're taking from the foundation and bringing it in to the present, and creating like a new genre of music, a new genre of film, but with that foundation, that root foundation.
Okay. Now that's very interesting. So with the film, you mentioned film. Like, are you getting more into that? Like,
Yeah, definitely. Well, like I told you guys last time, I'm in school for film, and we have some projects coming soon, some movie projects. Like Cool Breeze. We're gonna turn that into a movie.
Okay.
I'm gonna dabble into acting.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's a whole nother field.
Yeah,
that you have to study.
It is, but at the same time, they're all related.
Yeah,
like when you go out on stage and perform, you're acting in a way. So it's just the same.
Okay, yeah, you're right, actually. So with that, let's actually get into the next song, Moonlight. So what is this? Is this still going around the same message as far as just the releasing from the restraints and just trying to just be expressive and free?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't even know.
Okay.
Like sometimes.
I was just like,
a look.
I was like, okay.
That's an acceptable answer. That's fine.
Sometimes I make music, I make songs, I don't know what they're about till like months after, or maybe years after. I have to like really listen to it, because I don't know if I tell you, like a lot of my music I don't write it. Like when I go into the studio, I'll have the beat, we'll make the beat and just press record and just record, and you never look back. Just make it, and
just feel
that's it. You know?
That pure, genuine feeling.
Yeah, so I don't really know what it's just what's on my mind at the time, and then like sometimes I listen, I have a meaning for it, but then I listen back to it and I find that that's not really what it meant in the first place. So there's a new meaning. But Moonlight, I don't know. I'm just waiting for the time, for it to tell me what it means.
For it to like fit in
We're
your
about to
life.
get it right now.
Yeah, so.
Okay, let's go. Let's get into
Whatever
this.
you wanted to.
Moonlight by Jahnathan Nerette. On Forever. Boom. Boom.
We out here. We got Nike Rose, she Upper Kids Q, we still on here. We got Jahnathan, Nathan, Deanna, that's the 96. Justin Hossein, what up?
From the heavens above, it's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place. I give from the heavens above. It's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place. I need my queen, my queen. You are my everything. Steer me right when I am wrong. You I speak of in every song. Shepherd of my young. Words of life come from your tongue. It's you I'm feeling for. You give me some, but I want more. Oh, I want more. I get from the heavens above. It's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place. I get from the heavens above. It's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place. Baby, I want you to stay here. When you call, I'll be right there. Together we'll be forever. When you're sad, you can talk to me. I'll listen. Give advice given to me when I was down, when no one was around. I'll hold you close. You can count on me anytime. No worries, it's all fine. I am just glad that you are mine, and I can be there any place and time you need. I've got you laid back, close your eyes now. Things will get easier, so much easier. I get from the heavens above. It's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place. I get from the heavens above. It's you I've been dreaming of. It's your style and grace, the way you light up the place.
Moonlight by Mr. Nerette. Sheesh. I want to give him, what is this?
That's a cinematic song right there.
I'm trying to get you a clap real quick. Hold up. Oh, that's why I turned it down. Yo, yesterday we did a show at Old Bridge High School, which I was talking about before, and I was just like messing with all my samples and with this whole crowd of people. Like I'm just like, it's mad quiet, and this kid was like telling a joke, whatever, and I was like in the whole room, and everybody just like looking around. Like, but yo, shouts out to Moonlight, which I think that we low key still don't have a meaning behind that track. So it makes me question, because it does sound like a romantic love song.
Yeah.
Is there any songs, or is there anybody that may be influencing a love side of Mr. Nerette? Or where does that come from even? You don't have to get that personal, you don't have to shout that person out, but is there any type of like, because you haven't really, there's a lot of like romance on this, but it doesn't really seem like that was really the intent, so like.
It wasn't.
But will you come out with one? Like a love album?
Magic.
That was the one before Cool Breeze?
The one before Cool Breeze, even Cool, yeah. Cool Breeze as well.
Definitely.
But Magic was, I think, in my opinion, that was kind of like a love album. The whole
I wouldn't even say
album
this is almost a love album, but like, there's no actual like person or anything like that, which I'm not saying anything, there's not anything wrong with that at all. I actually think that's awesome, because it's all about perception, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can love this because of the whole feeling you had, or this could hit them in a whole different way, which is one thing I love about human beings, you know what I mean? The human mind. We never really know if we're really thinking about the same thing, but we can relate, you know what I mean? So,
I actually think Forever is like a combination of Magic and Cool Breeze. So I think I'm like kind of like used to making songs like that. So there was no specific person,
right?
Who inspired the songs on this album. It's life and music. I'm just focused on my music.
Well, there's no person, but there's definitely a thing, and music is definitely what this album is about. It definitely shows your passion so far. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the fun side of music. You did get to work with Sister Nancy. Well, kinda. You got to meet her at least, right?
Yeah.
And you guys put on a show.
Yeah. Forgot the date, but it was a large up show, and
not too long ago. March. Around Coachella time, I think.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah. No, there was a festival going on around that time.
I don't know.
There was a festival in Miami around that time. It wasn't Rolling Loud. It was before that.
Yeah, it was before that.
Anyway.
It was Winter Music Conference.
Yes, it was.
Large
right,
Up.
it was Ultra that was going on at that time.
Yeah. Large Up. Shout out to Large Up. They are the ones who put it together. She was headlining the show, and I was blessed with the opportunity to perform alongside her. I actually closed the show, so it was a blessing. But to see her live is incredible, because I grew up on her music.
Yeah, absolutely. When we saw that, we were just like, wait.
Yeah.
Did we see? Like, wait.
Shout out to Large Up for
excited.
giving me that opportunity.
Large Up?
LargeUp.com.
Shouts out to them.
Biggest Caribbean platform in the world.
Wow. Well, shouts to Large Up. I think I gotta check out Large Up, because I'm Puerto Rican, so what's up? Nah, but
oh shit.
Nah, that was cool though. I thought that was really fun. Is she also one of those influences?
Yeah, 100%.
What did she perform that day?
Bomb, all her hits. Bomb, 1, 2. All those people who came up in that era inspired me. Like, growing up, my dad would throw parties every Wednesday. He still hasn't come to one yet.
No.
He's still doing them?
Yeah, he's still doing them since like 20 years now. At my house.
Okay.
Now it's just every Saturday, and he plays that music from that era.
Nice.
The early reggae and dancehall era. And so she's, I've been hearing that my whole life. So to perform at a venue where she was there was incredible, and I got a chance to meet her.
It's crazy. It's a surreal moment.
Yeah. I wish I got to say more to her, but
The music says enough.
Yeah, did she stay and watch you perform?
She caught a little bit of it, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if she was paying attention though. But
Well, listen, that goes back to the whole meaning behind the album. It's like, let me go, let me go.
Yeah.
I'm the star of the show.
She's a really beautiful soul, humble lady.
Yeah,
Much
definitely.
respect to Sister.
Not even saying anything bad about her, you know what I mean? But it's just like, sometimes it might be different if you do stay a little bit longer, and you could come across somebody differently, you know what I mean? And you could have missed out a little, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. But any other shows that like you have lined up to work with anybody like that, or it's just you just taking them as they come?
Yeah, right now I'm just taking them as they come, because like I said, I'm taking this break to just study and learn more about myself, what it is that I want to say, what it is that I stand for, and I just want to learn. I want to learn my instruments. I've been taking my instruments a little more serious now, playing the guitar, piano, drums, everything. Just want to be a better me,
I think that's something that I focused on in 2017. Coming into the year, I was just like, you know what? I turned 21 this year. You turned 21 this year, coming up soon.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you're coming up.
Soon.
We were talking about earlier. And I just was like, you know what? It's time to actually discover who I really am and embrace it and run with it and, build around that and find people that I can build like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because these are the glory years, you know what I'm saying? So you want to take advantage and learn yourself now, so when you're in like your 40s or 30s, you could just be good. You know yourself. You're not a lost soul out there searching.
Anything on the bucket list? What's up? What's top 3 on Mr. Jahnathan Nerette's bucket list?
Travel. I love traveling. Travel at the whole world. I want to go everywhere.
Where's the next place you would like to go?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Africa.
Yes. Me and Nick were just talking about that.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely to get out there.
I would love to go too.
Yeah.
Okay, so travel, number 1, to maybe Africa. 2, on the bucket list. Top 3. A lot of people like to bungee jump and all that. I don't know if
that's
that's
the
you.
thing. I'm not one of them. That's really it. That's it.
Travel and
just travel. Just to experience.
There's no
learn.
list. It's just like you.
Yeah.
I feel like from you, I get a vibe where it's just like you said, you don't even write your track before you get in. It's really don't. And I mean, yeah, you definitely symbol somebody who's just there making a spontaneous move if need be. You know what I mean? Because I remember even you talking before and saying you didn't like to put music in a box, and that just goes along with the theme, of not really having a list of things and just kind of just enjoying it.
Yeah, you gotta live, you gotta learn, you gotta experience,
I feel like it's the biggest, it's the best teacher.
Yeah.
Just like going out and doing it, you know what I'm saying? So, take you to a place. You said this is the only song that had production help, but just it was keys.
And there goes Dre Lorenz right there.
Yeah, Dre Lorenz.
Dre Lorenz, what up?
Dre Lorenz, Tropical Trap coming soon.
Yeah, we just shouted out Tropical Trap. And real quick, where can they find your albums? On what platforms is it? You got iTunes, Apple Music,
Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, at all online retail stores.
Tidal too?
Tidal too.
Okay, cool.
Everywhere.
All right, cool. I do have another question, but real quick, is there any like festivals maybe that you would like to play?
Well, actually, in June, I think we're going to be playing at Colors of the Caribbean, which is an annual Caribbean festival that takes place in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay. Shout out to Hollywood, Florida. I got family out there.
And I've been performing since the start of that event, that series of concerts. And I think that's next. I mean, I'd love to play at Woodstock.
Yeah.
That's bucket list.
Yeah, that's
See,
on the
yeah.
bucket list. Okay. Play at Woodstock. Glastonbury. Like the really big festivals. I want to.
What is that? Which one is that called?
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury?
Yeah, it's like a Woodstock, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's
That's
that?
dope.
Where's that located?
I don't know.
Well, listen, we're gonna start there, and we're gonna find out where it's at, and we can get your music out there. But let's do take you to a place.
I'd actually like to perform that live.
Okay, yeah, no, we can definitely do that. This is a treat for everybody. Jahnathan's gonna perform this live. I'm gonna let it play in the background, but before you get into it, any messages behind that song? Anything that we should that you would like the listeners to take from that?
I think it speaks for itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put the mic up a little out when he's ready, and then we'll get into this.
Is it okay if I just play the guitar? Is it kind of?
Yeah, you could do it like that. Yeah, that's fine. So on you whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Let me take you to a place far away where we can get away. Feel the love, feel no pain. Let me take you to a place far away where we can get away. Feel the love, feel no pain. I know it's been a while since I've seen your face. I dreamt about you just the other day. Do you think about me? Do you think about me? I know it's been a while since I heard you laugh. How many broken pieces did you put back? Do you think about me? Do you think about me? Let me take you to a excuse me.
Nah, you're good.
That's it.
Alright, cool. That was take you to a place. Hold on. Take you to a place one time.
Wow.
Sing the out of that song.
I think that was better than just like the song itself, like just like out loud. That sounds so clear.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, you sure you're not playing that in the background?
That's one of the things about Jahnathan is that you can tell there is no really effects added to the voice or any really much changing to the voice. It's really just a natural talent. I think that's one of the things when you said there were all these things that these people, you said in London and everything that they were doing. You almost felt like you had to do more, but and you were getting recognition without it. But I think your voice is one of the strongest things that is one of the strongest instruments out there. Definitely.
Excuse me.
Yeah, now we're talking about the voice, and now it's messing with you. No, but that was beautiful, man, and that also sounded like another love song. So, I mean, there's definitely a trend over here, and I definitely like the mood of your music. Let's get into Storm.
Yeah, this is a more fun track.
And then we'll give your voice a break. You're doing a little bit too much talking. Let's get into Storm. To give you a break. And this is one more time off of Forever. You listen to Earth Supreme Radio. We're here till 7, if not later. And this is Storm one more time. Let's go.
The kid with the swag, the kid love sugar. Easy now, give him what they want. He doesn't have. I got it like that, I do it like that. If you need it, I got it, but please give it back. They take the flow, they take the style, try to make it theirs, and act like they don't know how. Oh, please. And we still killing them all with style and fashion. I am the one that they wish to be. Seeking you will find that there is one me. Never by the hand that feeds you, boy. We take everywhere I go, I gotta wait until Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We came to ladies. I like the way you get down, so won't you gather round? Don't you stick around? Everywhere I go, I gotta wait the town. Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We came to ladies. I like the way you get down, so won't you gather around? Why don't you stick around? Sit on top of the rhythm, sit on top of the version. Everything me do it, I feel strong. My ones, I'm sweet from me, clean, I'm hard and strong. You know, say, me out of the champion. Me love woman, and woman love me. She says she let me feel me some traffic. Me give her love it all through the way. She twists and she turn on, she wanna love me. Oh my, the harder they try, the more they hate, the higher I rise. The cream of the crop, the bigger if it's up. If I toss it, if I know what I'm bad. True them, I know I'm not done. I'm not done. True them, I know I'm not done. I'm already done. Everywhere I go, I gotta wait the town. Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We can't know. Ladies, I like the way you get down, so won't you gather round? Don't you stick around? Everywhere I go, I gotta wait the town. Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We can't know. Ladies, I like the way you get down, so won't you gather around? Why don't you stick around? Let the drum play, let's dance tonight. There's only one way to settle this, alright, then let's groove. Say let's groove to the rhythm at hand and just move. Let me see you move. I wanna see you move. Let me see you move. Hey. Everywhere I go, I gotta wait the town. Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We can't know. Ladies, I like the way you get down, so won't you gather round? Don't you stick around? Everywhere I go, I gotta wait the town. Let them fools know that we ain't fucking around. We came to ladies. I like the way you get down, so won't you gather around? Why don't you stick around? We came to move.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. That was Storm.
That's my favorite track on it.
I feel like you like to rap. Yeah, definitely. That definitely. I was gonna say I hear a lot of like a Tribe Called Quest in that one. I felt.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that's definitely like an old school. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And then just like the you know what I mean? Like it's just dope. And I feel like we could add a bunch to that, and like we could even have more fun with that track. You know what I mean? So I might actually flip Storm. I'm just letting you know right now. But anything you want to say about Storm, man? Anything at all?
Yeah, Storm was just a fun track. The message behind it was that's like what goes through my head when I'm performing. Okay. You know, so that's I feel good, and Storm is a reflection of that side of me. Mm-hmm. You know, because I don't do that much, right, as you can tell in the other albums. But
it's like a hype, like you're ready to go though. You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to Storm before you do something big in your life, I feel like you're just gonna kill it.
Good. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, yes.
But I feel like if you listen to Storm before you do something like that's just a lot of motivation and just hype to do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and the artist, like James Brown, that's James Brown all the way.
Okay, so you sampled him on that a little?
I didn't sample him, but
okay, but you just feel like that's just influence.
Yeah.
And the rapping was like all you.
Yeah, with a fusion of everyone, because I don't want to take credit for my music, because if it wasn't for the people that I listen to, I wouldn't be anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
I take from all my early inspirations and form something that's my own. But at the same time, as much as I'd like to think it's me, it's my inspirations. They deserve the credit.
Right. Which shout out to you for having that respect. You know what I mean? That's definitely much respect to you. But yeah, Storm, that was a great track. It was a great track. anything else we can expect for you, like rap wise?
Probably.
Yeah. I think you should take where you rapped last time and just kind of, because it was really fast. I feel like you should try and like do something with that.
Like I said, like I wanted to be a rapper first.
Yeah.
Last episode, yeah.
And yeah, I mean I fell in love with rap as a young child, so it's that. I mean, maybe, yeah.
Lots of talent there. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you.
Definitely.
If you could make a song with a certain rapper out right now, who would it be?
Only one?
Yeah, just
two.
one.
No, one.
One?
Yeah,
top,
one.
Well, top first one, and then maybe if you want to do another one. But if it was just you and this person.
I don't know if it'd be like a good collaboration with Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper? Yeah,
you like the way he raps?
I like his songs.
Okay.
I like the composition.
It would be a great
He
collaboration.
is a rapper.
It's not
Chance the
really
rapper.
like
He's like a poet.
Yeah, I
think
I
it'd
like
be-
the overall,
I think the collaboration could be cool because like you said, you can't put music in a box. So I mean, even if you had to like kind of like just switch up the beat a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But the way he does attack songs, I think that the approach that you both bring will actually be super dope on the track. Actually,
I hope so.
who else you got on your list?
Rappers, right?
Mm-hmm. Or producers?
I like to do something with Stevie Wonder. Like that would be my dream, to do something with Stevie Wonder.
That's crazy. I was gonna play music today with Stevie.
That's awesome.
Because to me, I don't understand how he does it. He's amazing.
Right. No, definitely.
Incredible.
Some of those people that they just created a lane for themselves and they wanted it that bad. You know what I mean?
And I aspire to be like Stevie,
Right.
Or something like that. Like I don't think we have a lot of that nowadays.
He's still in the game. Like,
Yeah, he's still here.
Definitely.
That's incredible. Talk about longevity. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Okay, so I want to talk about the cover art real quick. What went behind the cover art? Cause you got, just so you could paint a picture for everybody who's just listening, we got, and go check it out if you can. Go check out Jahnathan's Instagram. Go actually check out the album. You know what I mean? No hard copies, right?
Not right now, but there will be. Probably
Okay.
next month I'll print some.
Okay, yeah. I definitely wanna. If I could get a vinyl to this, I would buy it.
Oh yeah, vinyls as well.
If I
I'll
could do that.
send you guys some.
Oh, word. Hell yeah.
Just because I think that this is a really dope art cover and an art piece.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool.
You got the background, the whole backdrop is the sky, and top right corner it says "Forever" in red, spelled out really really cool, and then you got like a sunflower.
No, it's actually a sun.
Oh, it's just a sun, but with I got it mistaken for a sunflower just because it almost looks like there's a stem there of ladders. You know what I mean? So there's a ladder to the sun in the sky, and then you kind of at the bottom, playing so peacefully. What went behind that? Because I love cover art.
Yeah.
It's never as simple as it seems,
Well, it was created by good friend Quentin. I know he was in the last live session. I don't know if he's there now, but Q-Pop on Instagram, he created it. A lot of people have been a lot of people who I show the album to, they'll tell me that it's a real colorful album, and I think the cover art kind of, reflects that, the different colors, and it's in the sky. It's just it's them. I'm letting them, into my head, you know, so that's why the sky is there, you know. This is my world. So that's basically what it was. This is my world.
Just a piece of you.
The sun can represent, I mean, it can mean whatever you want it to. The sun and the ladder could represent me climbing to the top, or, you know, what I see the top is in my head.
I feel like when you approach things, you kind of just like, you kind of just have a natural flow, and then you just let whatever happens happen from there on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I find it hard talking to people sometimes when they ask me to explain myself. I find it a little difficult because I don't really, in most things that I do, I don't really think strategically. I just do what I feel, you know.
Which is funny because this is perfect, you know, a perfect explanation to even what I was just going to ask you, which is like maybe like some sort of marketing scheme in the way that you market yourself as an artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that it's amazing that at 20 years old you have, you know, LLC'd your company, you know what I'm saying, and you have music up on all these platforms. There's definitely a lot to learn from an artist like you know what I mean? But it seems to be a natural process, you know what I mean, which is just a gift and a blessing.
But also just like, you know, it is, but at the same time I go back and I just research and learn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, I don't sit down and praise myself, you know. I always feel like it can be better and just go back and try to learn something.
Right, you're humbled, which is great, you know?
Like, even going back, like even the guitar, for example. Sometimes I record, like a lot of my, almost all my songs, like I record like a guitar riff or something. I can't play it right after. Like, I don't remember what I played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I literally have to sit down for like a month trying to learn what it is that I played, which is ridiculous, but that just comes, I just go off of feeling, you know? Which I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to work on. Trying to learn how to read music and all that.
So you don't know how to read music yet?
No, I don't. I just play. I don't know how to do anything.
Well, hey, listen, man.
You know how to do enough, bro.
There's literally nothing wrong with that because, you know, that's just, you're just very talented. You're just very, very talented.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So that's why you fit here. Like I said last time, you're a part of Earth's supreme individuals, which is what we're looking to paint. You know what I mean here.
Right.
So let's get into Soul Cry.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about it before we start?
Soul Cry was actually the first song that I picked for the album. Like, I built the whole album off of Soul Cry. Okay. Like, I had the beat in the archives, and I was wondering, you know, what would I do with it, and you know, it was sitting in the archives for a little while, and one day I just decided, let's, you know, try to build off of it, and Soul Cry came about, and One Oak B, which I was blessed to have her come and, you know, do her part on it. I actually went to high school with her, and it turned out she did music as well, and we met up, you know, did a show at Club Jazzit in Miami, and from there we recorded Soul Cry, and, you know, the rest is history.